Sizing Up a Senator, a Clone Wars crackfic by Shenanigan Skywalker. Rated G for, gee, I wish I discovered this YouTuber sooner. Featuring True Sons of Mandalore as Captain Rex, Malia as Ahsoka Tano, and Blue Finch as Lux Bonteri. Wait, is this the one about that wimpy senator guy?
Shen, you can't say that into the microphone.
I didn't say it into the microphone, I'm covering it, see?
Just read the stupid script.
Okay, fine, but I'm spicing up these narrator lines. Besides, people click away within like 50 seconds anyway, they won't care.
You give them too much credit. They click away at 30 seconds.
Anyway, Sizing Up a Senator, aka me roasting Lux Bonteri for approximately 5 minutes. Like most people with a functional brain, Rex did not like Lux Bonteri. And if it wasn't for his trained sense of self-control and the fact that Ahsoka was standing beside him, Rex would have even been tempted to laugh. As highly as Ahsoka had spoken of Lux Bonteri, Rex had made him out to be some dark, lean, chiseled young man. Someone who would make every head turn.
Meep.
After all, if he was worthy of Ahsoka's admiration, then he must be something special, right? Wrong. Lux managed to completely subvert Rex's expectations. He was a pretty boy. Handsome by a woman's standards, Rex guessed, though he wasn't exactly the best judge of what females found attractive. Lux's pasty complexion made Rex wonder whether he had ever stepped outside before. Dang, he must be pastier than me. His brown hair hung an unkempt length past his ears. He had the build of someone who spent most of his days at a desk or behind a podium, his schedule broken only by meetings and donut breaks. Bottom line, Lux did not belong anywhere near a battlefield. Rex wasn't one to judge solely on appearance, though. When you shared the same face with millions of other men, you learned pretty quickly to look past the exterior. Regardless, Lux had a few things working against him. 1. He had been a separatist. Although Lux had since abandoned the Alliance, Rex naturally regarded him with extra suspicion. B. Lux had taken Ahsoka's compassion when she rescued him from Dooku and flipped it on its head. The only thanks he had given her was a stun, kidnapping her to gain control of the ship. 4th, Lux had conspired with known Mandalorian terrorists on Concordia and endangered Ahsoka's life in the process. What a stupid rookie move. 5th, he had forced himself on Ahsoka, which irked Rex more than anything else. Lux had kissed her, unprovoked, without consent. Rex understood it had been a diversion tactic, but that hardly mattered. It only reinforced his terrible perception of this kid. And D, he had an uncanny resemblance to Robbie Rotten, which is totally unrelated, but that's a major red flag. So no, he didn't like Lux Bonteri, and had more than enough justification for it. But he was determined not to let it show, for Ahsoka's sake. That was why, when Ahsoka pulled him aside to introduce him to the young senator, Rex nearly choked on his own words.
Rex, this is Senator Lux Bonteri. Lux, this is Captain Rex. He's been by my side since, well, forever.
Rex shook his hand, silently noting that he had the handshake of a diplomat. Easy, loose, like a noodle.
Time to beat up a sassy British kid.
It's a pleasure, sir.
That was a lie.
Likewise, Captain.
That was a lie too. The young politician's eyes narrowed as he studied Rex. It was almost comical, watching a silver-spooned amateur diplomat size up the captain of the 501st. Lux released Rex's hand after one shake and took a step back. He peeled his attention away from Rex and turned to Ahsoka, his sour expression vanishing in a second, replaced with a fake smile that could rival any Washington politician.
Ahsoka, would you excuse us for a moment? I would like to get acquainted with Captain,
Rex.
Yes, Rex.
Yeah, go on ahead. I'll check in with Master Skywalker. We need to be moving out soon anyway.
Ahsoka cast Rex one final, wary look before rejoining the rest of the group. When she was far enough out of earshot, Lux resumed a skeptical expression and defensive stance, arms crossed over his chest.
Oh, this'll be good,
Rex thought to himself. But he maintained his stoic exterior, for Ahsoka's sake. He would try to give this kid the benefit of the doubt. Rex was not going to screw this up, unless Bonteri did first. Which, of course, he would.
I know you're kind. I know what you're capable of.
My kind, sir.
It was your people, your so-called brothers, who murdered my father. Let me be upfront with you, Captain. You are here out of necessity. If I had known the Jedi were bringing along a clone, I would have objected from the start. But as it is, you're already here, so I will take your direction as it pertains to the mission. However, I am entrusting you with my people in the fate of Onderon, so I will be watching.
So, Lux was just as much of an OC aim as Rex had suspected. You don't even want to know what that word means in Mandoa. In fact, his venomous, dehumanizing tone reminded Rex far too much of Krell. The realization sent a livid heat boiling in Rex's core. Rex ground his teeth, imagining how carking good it would feel to smack that snobby look off of Bonteri's face. But he couldn't do that, though he so wanted to. But that didn't mean he couldn't put the arrogant bigot in his place.
Listen, kid. I'm not going to waste time arguing with a thick-headed big shot. If you want to stay alive in this war, drop the attitude, or you'll be the first body we drag off the field.
Lux's eyes widened a fraction. Then he set his jaw and scowled. If Rex had to guess, he wasn't used to being addressed so bluntly. But Rex wasn't finished yet. He leaned in, clamping a hand on the senator's shoulder, causing him to wobble under the pressure.
And another thing. Commander Tano is more than capable of kicking your shibs, but she's too nice for that. However, I am no Jedi. Pull another stunt like you did on Concordia, and I swear that me and the General and a legion of men just like me will personally beat the out of you. Spicy. Mm-hmm.
Frank, stop breaking character.
Rex almost said a bad word.
Oh my, I can't with you right now.
Hey boys, we're moving out.
Rex was interrupted by the sound of Ahsoka's voice as she turned from her conversation with Anakin and Obi-Wan. The captain and senator both nodded in acknowledgement and waited for Ahsoka to divert her attention elsewhere. Rex's gloved hand still rested heavily on Lux's shoulder.
Lay a hand on her, and see how far you get before I criffing blast it off. Got it, sir?
For a moment, Lux's face flushed with surprise and fear, enough to tell Rex that his intimidation tactics had done the trick after all. Pulling away, Lux brushed off his shoulder. Then he slinked away, defeated at his own game, leaving Rex behind, secretly smiling to himself, but also seriously questioning Ahsoka's taste in men. The end. Thank the Force. I don't get paid enough for this.
You don't get paid at all.
Don't rub it in.